Well, welcome back to Park Bench with Jay McHugh here in Westford, Littleton, and Chelmsford, as well as throughout Massachusetts. Today, I have the pleasure of bringing on a good friend of mine. We summered down at the Cape for many years together, and then I learned she was in real estate and just followed her success. And lo and behold, she started following myself, had a little appointment with Stacy, and now she's one of our top agents in the company here at Lair Realty Partners. Her name is Tracy Griffin. But more importantly, the reason why I'm bringing her on is to let our small and local businesses know that wherever you are, people count, numbers don't. When you focus on people, you'll have an infinite amount of business. When you focus on numbers, you get what I call cement shoes and you proverbial bankruptcy. Tracy is an example of that, where she reaches out and sends and gives and receives a lot of referrals from the Cape all the way up to Reading, Massachusetts and beyond, New Hampshire, Maine, as well as receiving those referrals and taking care of your clients here in the Plymouth, Sagamore, Sandwich, and probably all the way down to Falmouth, Nantucket, and Martha's Vineyard. So without further ado, let me bring on our good friend, Tracy Griffin from Lair Realty Partners. Welcome, Tracy. Thanks for being here on a cold day here in New England.
Thank you for having me.
Right, you're a little short with words. Words don't cost anything. Feel free to say something more than just say, thank you for having me, Jay. All right, I threw Tracy for a loop right there, but this is one of her first, and she's going to be doing many videos. I'm a little hardcore sometimes, but also a little funny at times. But nonetheless, Tracy is your resource down at the Cape. And welcome, Tracy. This is our first Park Bench video. We were supposed to do this back in April or March. It slowed down because of the Corona times. And our real estate space has been very blessed that we can still work, but certainly there have been some industries that have been really crushed by the coronavirus. And we're here to help. We're here to help those local businesses get more visibility without paying Google Plus ads or Facebook ads, Instagram ads, by building relationships one person at a time, one business at a time. And I know you've been very successful in your local market, connecting with your BNI or your local chamber of commerce and just being, a resource. People down in the Sagamore, Bourne, Sandwich, Plymouth areas. And tell us a little bit about yourself. Let's go there.
So I've been a real estate agent for approximately 18 years. I live in Sandwich. I work with both buyers and sellers. I work out of our Plymouth office because I do a huge amount of business up in Plymouth area as well.
Excellent. Excellent. I know you're also a dog lover, a pet lover.
I am. I have two dogs. I have my son's dog, Duke, and I have a little 15-year-old Maltese, Chrissy.
Excellent.
Keep me busy.
It keeps you busy, and I know we're both water lovers. We grew up on Shubal Pond in Marston's Mills, and I think you now have a small 40-foot boat that runs over to Oyster Harbors once in a while, and your sons love it. And that's the greatest thing to do, is to bring out a client on a boat and just show them the grandioseness of the Cape and the islands and so forth. Tell us a little bit about what you like to do on the weekends or with your clients that come down to visit you.
Well, in my opinion, there's no better place to live than Cape Cod. Yes, I do have a boat. We keep it out in Osterville, and it's nice to be able to go off to Sampson's or maybe shoot over to the vineyard for the day. It's nice to just have some family time out on the boat whenever we can. And now my boys are older, so they seem to be taking out more often than I do. And yes, we both grew up on Shubal's Pond down in Marston's Mills, great little hidden gem.
Excellent, excellent. And as we segue into what this is all about, Park Bench, it's really, if you think about it, talking at a park on a bench. And what I see from you is magical growth. When you were with your former company, you had some great success, but you are one that's plugged in. You're plugged in, you listen to Stacy, you jump on podcasts, you've gotten great understanding of video and Facebook and so forth. And now you've become an affiliate with Send Out Cards. I hear that you're appreciating more and more often than ever before. And I see your Facebook posts just being light up by some great testimonials, people saying thanks, being unexpected, appreciated. Tell us a little bit about that growth in your business and what you see in 2021 for you and your
I think
team.
Send Out Cards has allowed me to stay in contact with previous clients and customers that I've been working with in the past. It allows me to just stay in touch with them and let them know that I'm still thinking of them, get my name in front of them. I personalize the cards with every Send Out card, which my clients have loved. I am able to pick pictures off of Facebook from their Facebook pages and maybe implement their kids into the cards. And I've gotten huge feedback about that, that people love that. I love to send out the gratitude cup mug to, certain customers or clients. I send out the brownies. Yeah, it's just been a great way for me to tap into, have another avenue to keep in touch with past clients.
I love what you just said. You're spending money, you're spending gratitude without worrying about, the return on the investment. We hear so many of our own agents, good, bad, or indifferent, as well as the whole realtor community will say and push back to me, what happens if it doesn't sell, Jay? What happens if it expires? What happens if you wasted all that money? And I'm like, that's kind of the negative thinking, that's the negative thinking that you're focused on, and why not, would you not get what you're focused on? On the opposite side of that, what you focus on is what you'll get. And I have taught you this, and 2,000 or 2,000 people that are at my live trainings or my webinar trainings, that, why not start to say, I thank you, I appreciate you before the closing? There's so many agents out there that they're very challenged to release what I call their first communion money. Their first confirmation money, their bar mitzvah money. And folks, that money does not make you money. But I sent this book out to Tracy 18 months ago, and it's a great book for you to read. And I know after she read that book, she had a transformation of understanding that we thank people while we're in the process, as opposed to waiting till the process is over. And I love the fact that not only that you agree with it, you have now implemented it. And so your buyers and sellers and people under contract, they're getting gifts and appreciation cards from you before the closing. I'm talking a lot. I want to let you expound on that, from what you might have done 2, 3, 4 years ago, doing what you're doing now, and just seeing, one, maybe the number of referrals that you're getting while you're in process, or two, the fact that you can show up to a closing in a bikini or not show up because your buyers and sellers love, trust, and have a relationship with you. Where oftentimes I used to see agents, I have to go to a closing because I have to really deepen my relationship with them. Why didn't you do it for the 90 days or 120 days that you were in process with them? I'm going to shut up. I want you to tell us your thoughts on how you've transformed your way of doing business 3 years ago to today, and what you see in 2021.
I've dramatically changed things. I've always stayed in contact with my past clients, and I think that's why I'm able to get so many referrals over the past years and have resales and clients come back to me after a few years. But Sendo Cards has enabled me to really enhance that and stay in touch with them even more so. And it's a huge time saver for me, because instead of going to the store, buying the Christmas cards or buying the Hello Spring cards, handwriting them all, it's actually an even better personal touch with Sendo Cards. An example is I just did a listing appointment last week. When I made the appointment, I was able to send her out a Sendo card, and I sent her a little box of brownies, and I said, look forward to meeting you. Then the day I left her after the listing, I wasn't even out of her driveway, and I sent her a card from her driveway. And I sent her a card, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate meeting, it's nice to meet you. Then from there, about a week later, I had told her I would stay in contact with her, send her some information. I sent her another Sendo card saying, I have some information with you. So in a matter of 3 weeks, I sent her 3 cards and a box of brownies. And I think that dramatically makes an impact with your sellers or buyers. I had sent a gratitude cup to somebody, a past client of mine that had actually referred me to 2 clients that I wound up closing on, and she just gave me another referral. So I sent her a coffee mug, and she sent me the nicest card, and she made a post on my Facebook page thanking me. And it's just a great way to build that relationship and stay solid with the relationship. And it's investing in my business. I don't look at it as spending money, it's investing in my business. And if you want your business to be successful, you need to spend some money.
I love it. And there are those naysayers who will say, well, you're only doing this, Jay, because you're making a few dollars off of Tracy, and Tracy's only doing this because she wants the business. Well, folks, grow up, okay? Business begets business. And people are looking for us to solve their problems. They'd rather do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And I was speaking, I think I was on a Brazilian Argentina, and they translated it, which was awesome. I don't know how they do that, but they were able to translate it. We've all heard people do business with people who they know, trust, and like. And I stopped him. I said, that might have been 20 years ago, because someone could know, trust, and like Tracy and know, trust, and like Jay. But see, Tracy now has a relationship with that person. So people will do business with people that they know, trust, like, and have a relationship with.
Absolutely.
And you're teaching your agents, you're teaching your peers, you're even teaching your competitors. I've always said, people say, why would you give this information out, Jay? The competitor is going to use it against you. And I say, let's raise the bar of the National Association of Realtors. Let's raise the bar of the Cape Cod realtor community. Let's raise the bar of the Greater Boston real estate. Let's raise the bar of the Massachusetts real estate community. Let's raise the bar and let our buyers and sellers elect to choose us, but let's not have a race to the bottom. There's a lot of, well, they call them commissions. I don't work on commission, as you may know. I've never, ever had someone cut my professional service fee. Yet I hear agents all the time be asked to cut their commissions. It might be a change of a mindset. It's a valuable mindset, because a professional service fee is different than a commission. And yet there's still agents in your community, in my community, that are racing to the bottom, and they're dropping their commission because they have no value. People will pay more for you and I, that they can sleep well at night, that they have elected and selected the correct agent to help represent them in buying a 1031 exchange and helping them with their daughter or son in Brighton, Massachusetts, instead of paying the ridiculous rents at the time at BC or BU, or buying that simple multifamily that client now has 32 doors. That's what we say in Grant Cardone. He has 32 doors, which might be 4 or 5 multifamilies. It could be one multifamily, but that's who the people are entrusting, is people that they have a relationship with. And then they get paid a professional service fee, right? I want to applaud you. Stacy told me to take the batteries out because the cats were jumping on it. But boonya, boonya, boonya. That's a 10X thing. I'm going to put the batteries back in because I love my Grant Cardone. I love, Jim Cramer. He came up with boonya. I don't know what the hell that means. Grant, when you hear a good thing, you 10X it and you share it. And I love what you're doing. And I appreciate being on this call. Now, before we end, how can folks get in touch with you? I mean, are you a secret agent? Are you on Instagram? Are you on social media?
I sure am. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. They can reach out and call me. They can text me, 508-314-1160. They can email me. I'm on the Lair website. They can find me. Just Google me and I'm there.
And I love, I'm looking at your screen right now. It says Tracy Griffin, #1 agent, Lair agent. I like that mindset. Someone would say, oh, she's not the #1 agent, Jay. Let's mislead. What is a #1 agent? It's your mindset. She could be the #1 agent within 2 miles, or she could be the #1 agent in the whole company, but it's her mindset. And I applaud you. I love that. I see mine right
Thank
there,
you.
10X SOC. People have to understand, if they want to grow, that they cannot listen to the weeds. We'll end right here, since it's a beautiful day that someone might be watching this around the world, whether it's in California, Florida, or New England. It's supposed to be nice this next couple of days. But too many people, they're watering the plants, the flowers, and the weeds. It's called the sprinkler system. And people love this analogy, is that they don't realize the effort and resources that they're spending watering the plants, the tomatoes, but they're also watering the weed. And guess what happens? They choke the plants, and you get frustrated and you get, average results. What if you just watered just the plant? The weed would die, right? The weed would not get any nourishment, would not get any water. And folks don't take the time to water the plants of the tomatoes, right? They're sending out a generic blast. They're sending out a generic postcard. They're sending out a generic apple pie, blueberry pie, Corona pie. Come to my office. I'm lazy. Come into my office and pick up a pie and risk Corona. And
many don't even want to plant the seeds to be able to water.
Well, there you go. We understand that to have a great garden, you got to put your time, energy, and resources in. But don't make the mistake by watering the weeds or your competitors or going broke with third-party lead generation resources and seeing yourself go neutral, go down. Focus on people. I'll say it again. What am I saying, Trace? You should know this by now. People count, numbers don't. When you focus on people, you'll have an infinite amount of business. When you focus on numbers, you create cement shoes and you fall into proverbial bankruptcy. And I appreciate you. You are a great plant. You are a great flower for Leah Realty Partners. And I can see your team growing this spring. I can see you having more abundance. And once again, throw out your cell number just in case people get a quick end to this of how they can contact Tracy Griffin down here on the Cape at Leah Realty Partners, servicing all of Plymouth to Sagamore to Bourne, the Sandwich, Falmouth, the islands. She might refer someone out to Provincetown. I'm sure she has resources, but she is your Cape and Islands resource. And we're proud to have you at Leah Realty.
Great time to be moving to Cape Cod. Thank you. I appreciate your kind words. 508-314-1160 if you're interested in moving down to Cape Cod. It's a beautiful place to live.
Well, thanks, Tracy. We appreciate you having you on our park bench here in Westford, Littleton, and Chelmsford. And again, most people are going to say, what are you doing here, Jay, interviewing her? Well, I'm sure some of the people up here in this area are looking forward to getting down to the Cape, and Tracy's your contacts. Have yourself a great Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, Martin Luther King Day.
Unknown caller.
Guess what? That person can wait. We're finishing up here, and have yourself a great day. Cheers.
You too. Thank you.